Today I'm checking out the stand in our replanted beans in the roller crimp triticale. Overall, this is a much better stand, but we've still got some issues. Let's talk about it. I'm Tyler Tobald. Welcome to J-Tech Farms. So if you saw the original video, you'll remember that I had to replant my soybeans this year. First time in 10 years I've had to do that. Now, the reason why I had to do it in this roller crimp triticale was two reasons. First off, operator error. I forgot to have my down pressure set properly, so it wasn't maintaining down pressure for more than 3 seconds. So where the down pressure ran, I had a decent stand. Where it wasn't running, I was only getting the beans about a 1/4 inch in the ground. Kind of a problem. Second thing was a management problem. I did not fully appreciate the danger posed to what beans were here by the bugs.
I think they misestimated.
This year has been an absolute dumpster fire of a year, just everywhere. The grasshoppers, the chinch bugs, they're taking after everything this year. Pastures, fields of beans. I've not seen chinch bugs ever go after beans, so it's definitely been a year. I didn't fully appreciate the danger that was lurking in here. And what beans were here just got stripped down to the stem. Well, things are looking a little better. However, I'm probably going to have to come back in here again and try to plant a little bit more. So there's our stand. Overall, not bad, especially where the field was a little bit dry when I replanted everything, and we haven't really gotten the rain that we were looking to get. But overall, I'm actually pretty pleased.
Oh yeah, that looks nice, real nice. Oh yeah, slick.
I just wish these beans would, really kick it into gear and get moving. For those of you that missed out on the roller crimping and everything here, I'll give you a quick summary of it. We have a triticale cover crop out here that was after the corn. We grazed cows on it for quite a while, then we let it regrow. Actually, we got 2 grazing passes off of this. And then I planted through it green and then roller crimped it, then ended up having to replant it due to those issues we were talking about earlier. And this is where we are now. Now, the roller crimp triticale is doing a nice job. You can feel how warm it is up on top of here. And then you get down under here and it's significantly cooler. It's keeping moisture in the ground. So that part is at least working the way it's supposed to. However, it's not all sunshine and roses over here, though I sincerely wish it was. With all this biomass came a lot of habitat for bugs. Not a problem that we typically have around here. However, 3 years of drought have made the bug problem around here significantly worse than it has been in the past. And we haven't gotten a good barnstorming rain to, drown them out, wash them away, and kind of move them out of the area. In fact, rain is actually one of the issues that we're really dealing with out here. Now, we have gotten a little bit more rain. However, this spring, we were supposed to be getting all sorts of rain. East of us got quite a bit. We were missing a lot of it. And the weatherman kept saying, oh yeah, you guys are going to get rain. You're going to get rain, going to get rain. We went 12 times in a row of 70% chances or higher of getting rain and missed every single one of them. Only getting rain on a 20% chance of rain. And the decision I made to not terminate this triticale early was based on all of these high chances of rain being able to sustain the growing triticale and still leave enough gas left in the tank, moisture in the soil, to grow the following crop. So you can call it a management issue. Yeah, I'll take some blame there. But I will say it's more of bad decisions based on even worse intelligence. I live in an area where I'm right on the edge whether or not roller crimping is practical for our environmental context. That's one of the things that I preach a lot about with cover crops, regen ag, and stuff like that. Yes, I believe different practices will work everywhere, but you have to work within your environmental context. I pushed the envelope this year on this, and the environment is kind of bringing me to heel a little bit. That and, weathermen being absolutely garbage at their jobs.
Hey, weatherman!
Now, to be fair, I have done this before, and it did work. 3 years ago, in fact, I did that in this exact same field. I put rye out, roller crimped it, then planted beans. Had a great stand, no bug issues. So this year, maybe it's an outlier. Maybe we'll try this again. I'm not really sure. So it's a little bit discouraging, especially when you've done something before that worked and then you try to do it again and it kind of bites you a little bit. It's a little discouraging. However, the beans I've got in here are pretty resilient beans. They're an Asgrow 4-2. Basically, they're like the go-to for any replant or even double crop stuff around here. So hopefully Mother Nature will be kind and we'll still have a decent crop out of here. But you're probably saying, Tyler, you were talking about having to replant again. What? Just stop blabbering and go show us.
Right, Starling! What's the plan?
Okay, fine. I'll go show you why I might have to come back in here a third time and do some replanting. There's why. Everywhere along the pasture, the bugs came out of the grass and absolutely annihilated everything. Probably 70 feet away from the edge. You can see the grasshoppers are just all over the place. And the grass, well, a lot of it has just been chewed down to a stick. A few weeks ago, this was lush and green. The grasshoppers have pretty well chewed it off. Before I replanted the beans, had them do a post-emerge herbicide run on it because there were a few weeds starting to come up here and there and elsewhere in a couple of the thinner spots. So figured start with a nice clean slate. At the same time, spike it with a little insecticide to take care of all the bugs that are out here causing problems.
Going in an orbital strike.
It did a great job out in the field. The chinch bugs, largely taken care of. Grasshoppers out in the field a ways, mostly controlled. However, along the pasture fence, not a lot I can do about that. Can't exactly hang herbicide over the edge of a fence and, nuke all that just to try to get the bugs. So unfortunately, on most all of my borders with the pasture, I've got a substantial amount of the field that's just been mowed off. Nothing green at all. Now, like I said, I may come in here for a third time. I don't see much point in it because what I do get planted in here is not going to grow up to be anything really harvestable. And the bugs, to be honest, might just come back out and take it again. Because they're back in the pasture. And then they'll come back out here for the, nice fresh green stuff. You know, I could, spray insecticide, just have another pass come by and, maybe plane or something along the edge. But on all the money I'm going to be dumping into trying to do that, will I actually gain anything? Is the juice worth the squeeze at that point? I'm actually kind of leaning towards no, although the farmer in me is just, screaming because I have bare spots in my field. I got to go replant bare spots, right? I'm not really sure. I still have some more ruminating to do on that. Now, before I have to listen to people thinking this is an appeal for sympathy, it's not. Take your sympathy and give it to someone who actually needs it. What I'm doing here is just talking about the good and the bad. Fulfilling a promise I made a long time ago when I started this channel, that I wouldn't just show you the good stuff, that I'd show you the wins and the losses, the good and the bad, and in some cases, the ugly. When you do the experimentation that we've been doing, when you go down this road like we are of regenerative agricultural practices and trying to figure out how they fit us, our operation, and our environmental context, you're going to make a mistake. It happens. Whether it be an environmental issue like weathermen sucking at their jobs.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
If you can't tell, I have a little chip on my shoulder from that. Or a management issue, like not fully appreciating the danger that the bugs were posing out here in the field. There will be a mistake made. Heck, it's just like conventional farming. You will make a mistake. You can follow all the guidelines and everything else. There will be something that you miss. Nobody's really perfect. You just got to take your lumps and try to do better next time. Like Icarus, we flew a little bit too close to the sun, and now you can consider my wings just a tad melted. Now, I'm not giving up on this idea just yet. Probably going to try it again next year, maybe in a little smaller patch than this, just to kind of pull our risk back just a little bit. I believe that in a normal spring, this can work. I've done it before. It has worked. Maybe if we get a better spring, it will work again. Maybe this next time around, I'll be a lot more mindful of the fact that weathermen are horrible at their jobs and just fishing for clicks.
You are the worst person I know.
And if we start missing some rains, just go ahead and be done with it, burn it down, terminate it early, and not worry about potentially overtaxing the ground before getting planted. This triticale out here has served multiple successful purposes. It captured the nitrates left over by the burned up corn last year. I don't want those leaching, getting down in the groundwater or anything. The triticale captured that. We have tremendous root structure here. It helps suppress weeds. We've only have one herbicide pass on here, and I believe that's probably all I'm gonna need. It also gave us a lot of quality grazing for the entire JTAC herd. 44 days in the fall, 9 days in the spring. That's pretty good. It bought us more time to let the pastures bounce back and recover from the last 2 years of bad drought, get more grass regrowth, let them be a lot more lush and even before we turn the cows in. It was just this last step, getting the cash crop in, that proved to be the failure point. And while I hate seeing this in the background of this video, this is not what I like to show, but you learn more from one failure than you do from a whole pile full of successes. And I hope that showing you these failures, these whoops moments, allows you to not be scared and not try this, but realize some of the different pitfalls and things to watch for so you don't make these mistakes if and when you decide to go down this road as well. But bigger than all that, I want this ground regenerated. I don't want it sustained. I want it better. When my son gets old enough, and if he wants to come out here and farm, I want this ground in better shape than when I found it. And I want to have a better blueprint for him when it comes to these regenerative practices, so he has a good, solid foundation which to start on, and he doesn't make as many mistakes as I do. I want him to be able to start with healthy, regenerated soil and prairie, and be able to take it even further beyond. Now, if you folks don't mind, and if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment, share it with a friend, share it with an enemy for all I care. Hit the little bell icon, all the buttons, press all the buttons so the algorithm can find me. And I hope to see you back next time. As always, thanks for stopping by.